Right now, at this very second, you are moving at 67,000 miles per hour. Not walking, not driving, just existing. You're hurtling through space at a speed that would make a fighter jet look like it's standing still. Your coffee isn't spilling, your cat isn't flying around the room, your hair isn't streaming behind you like you're skydiving. Everything around you feels perfectly, completely, utterly calm. So why aren't you flying backwards through your house? Why isn't the air ripping past your face at supersonic speeds? Why can you walk to the kitchen without holding onto something? The answer is one of the most elegant, mind-bending, reality-shifting concepts in all of physics. And once you understand it, you'll never look at motion or space the same way again. Hey, space family. Welcome back to D3, Discover Deep Dreams, your educational gateway to the cosmos and beyond. I'm your co-captain, and today we're diving deep into the physics concept that explains why you can live your entire life without feeling like you're on a cosmic roller coaster. This isn't just about Earth's motion. This is the story of relative motion. This is the physics that explains why we live in a bubble of perfect calm while orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour. This is the concept that unlocks understanding orbital mechanics, gravity, space travel, and why astronauts on the International Space Station don't feel like they're moving at 17,500 miles per hour, even though they are. So buckle up, because this is going to blow your mind. Let's start with some numbers. And I want you to really sit with these numbers, really feel them. Earth is moving around the sun at approximately 67,000 miles per hour. That's about 18.6 miles per second. Every single second you travel 18.6 miles through space. If you sleep 8 hours tonight, you'll travel about 536,000 miles through space while you're unconscious. But that's just Earth's motion. It gets crazier. The Milky Way galaxy is rotating, and our solar system is orbiting the galactic center at approximately 490,000 miles per hour. Yes, you read that right. 500,000 miles per hour. That's our motion relative to the center of our galaxy. And the Milky Way itself is moving through space relative to the cosmic microwave background radiation at roughly 1.3 million miles per hour. So right now, in this moment, you are simultaneously moving 67,000 miles per hour around the sun, moving 490,000 miles per hour around the galactic center, moving 1.3 million miles per hour through the expanding universe, and you feel none of it. You feel perfectly still. You're sitting here, reading or watching this, feeling like you're not moving at all. That's not an illusion. That's physics. That's relative motion. Here's the fundamental truth. There is no such thing as absolute motion in the universe. Motion only exists relative to something else. You can't say something is moving without comparing it to something else. Moving fast compared to what? Stationary, according to whom? Think about it this way. You're watching or reading this right now. Are you moving? From your perspective, sitting in your chair, you're completely stationary. But from the perspective of someone on the moon, you're moving at 67,000 miles per hour. From the perspective of someone in a different galaxy, you're moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour. Who's right? Everyone is, and no one is. Motion is relative. This is called your reference frame, your perspective, your viewpoint from which you measure motion. And here's the key insight. Everything in your reference frame moves together. You're on an airplane flying at 500 miles per hour. The plane is cruising at altitude. Everything feels normal. You stand up, walk to the bathroom, and you don't feel like you're moving at 500 miles per hour. You feel like you're walking at normal speed, maybe 3 miles per hour. Why? Because you and the airplane are in the same reference frame. You're both moving at 500 miles per hour relative to the ground, but relative to each other, you're only moving at 3 miles per hour. Now imagine someone on the ground looking up at the plane. They see you walking through the cabin at 503 miles per hour, 500 miles per hour plane plus 3 miles per hour walking speed. From their perspective, you're moving incredibly fast, but you don't feel it because you're not moving relative to the plane. Earth works exactly the same way. You, the water in the ocean, the air in the atmosphere, the mountains, the clouds, everything on Earth is moving at 67,000 miles per hour around the sun. We're all in the same reference frame. So relative to each other, everything is perfectly still. If you jumped off a building, you wouldn't experience the 67,000 miles per hour motion. You'd experience falling downward at 32 feet per second squared, which is your motion relative to Earth. Because Earth is your reference frame. This is why we don't feel like we're flying through space. We're not flying relative to anything around us, we're moving together. The International Space Station orbits Earth at approximately 17,500 miles per hour. That's faster than a speeding bullet. That's faster than escape velocity if you're trying to leave Earth's gravity well. But the 4 astronauts inside float peacefully. They're not pressed against the walls by G-forces. They're not screaming in terror as the cosmos blurs past them. They're conducting experiments. They're eating. They're sleeping. They're doing everyday tasks. Why? Because they're in the same reference frame as the station. They're moving together at 17,500 miles per hour. Relative to each other, they're moving at 0 miles per hour. They're stationary from their perspective. It's only when they look down at Earth that they realize they're moving incredibly fast. Because now they're comparing their motion to Earth, a different reference frame. The ground is moving beneath them at 17,500 miles per hour. That's when they perceive the motion. This is the key to understanding orbital mechanics. Astronauts in orbit aren't defying gravity. They're not floating because gravity doesn't affect them. They're floating because they're in free fall together with their spacecraft. They're all falling toward Earth at exactly the same rate, which makes them appear weightless relative to each other. Now let's go deeper. What we're really talking about is something physicists call an inertial reference frame. This is a perspective from which Newton's laws of motion work perfectly without needing to account for acceleration or fictitious forces. In an inertial reference frame, an object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an external force. This is Newton's first law, and it's the foundation of everything we're discussing. When you're in your house is an inertial reference frame, approximately. We'll ignore Earth's rotation and revolution for a moment. Objects don't spontaneously accelerate. If you place a ball on a table, it stays there. If you throw a ball, it follows the laws of motion you expect. Now, imagine you're in a car accelerating. The car is no longer an inertial reference frame. If you place the ball on the seat, it rolls backwards because the car is accelerating. You feel yourself pushed into your seat. That's a fictitious force. It's not real gravity. It's the consequence of acceleration. Your reference frame is changing, and that creates the illusion of force. But Earth orbiting the Sun at a constant 67,000 miles per hour, that's different. Earth isn't accelerating in a straight line. Earth is moving at constant velocity through space. It's an inertial reference frame. Everything on Earth moves together at that constant velocity. No acceleration, no fictitious forces, just smooth, constant motion. This is why you don't feel Earth's motion. You're in an inertial reference frame. Everything around you is in the same frame. Motion is relative, and your relative motion to everything near you is 0. Here's where it gets really mind-bending. There is no absolute reference frame in the universe. There's no correct frame from which to measure all motion. Every reference frame is equally valid. From Earth's perspective, you're moving at 67,000 miles per hour around the Sun. From the Sun's perspective, Earth is moving at 67,000 miles per hour around it. From a distant star's perspective, the entire solar system is moving at thousands of miles per hour. From the galactic center's perspective, we're all moving at 490,000 miles per hour. Who's right? Everyone. No one. It depends on your reference frame. This is the essence of relativity, not Einstein's relativity, though that builds on this, but the classical relativity that's been understood since Galileo. Motion is relative. There's no absolute stillness, there's no absolute motion. There's only motion relative to something else. And that's okay. That's how the universe works. Understanding relative motion is absolutely critical for space travel. When engineers plan a mission to the Moon or Mars, they're not calculating motion in absolute terms. They're calculating relative motion between Earth, the destination, and the spacecraft. A spacecraft heading to the Moon doesn't need to catch up to the Moon because the Moon isn't escaping at 67,000 miles per hour. Both Earth and the Moon are in the same reference frame, orbiting the Sun together. Relative to each other, the distances are manageable. When we talk about orbital velocity, the speed needed to orbit a planet, we're talking about relative velocity. The ISS orbits Earth at 17,500 miles per hour relative to Earth's surface. That's not relative to the Sun, that's relative to the planet below. Mission planners use something called orbital mechanics, and it's all based on relative motion between objects. They calculate Hohmann transfers, remember from earlier videos, by understanding how to move from one orbit to another using relative velocity changes. Gravity assists work because of relative motion. When a spacecraft approaches a planet, it's moving relative to that planet. If the approach is calculated perfectly, the planet's gravity can redirect the spacecraft and add energy, not in absolute terms, but relative to where it came from. All of spaceflight is built on understanding relative motion. There's something profound about understanding relative motion. It shifts how you see the universe. You realize that motion isn't something happening to you. Motion is something you're doing relative to everything else around you. You're not really moving at 67,000 miles per hour in any absolute sense. You're moving at 67,000 miles per hour relative to the Sun. Relative to your house, you're stationary. Relative to a jet airplane, you're moving backwards. There is no privileged reference frame. There's no correct way to measure motion. There's only the reference frame you choose, and from that frame, you can measure everything else. This realization, that motion is relative, that there's no absolute stillness, that everything is in motion, relative to something. It's humbling. It's beautiful. It's the foundation of how we understand the cosmos. And it explains why you can sit perfectly still while traveling at 1,000,000 miles per hour through space. Because stillness and motion are the same thing, just measured from different perspectives. When Artemis 2 launched towards the Moon, the crew wasn't moving at 25,000 miles per hour in absolute terms. They were moving at 25,000 miles per hour relative to Earth. Relative to the spacecraft, they're stationary. They float peacefully in microgravity because they're in free fall together, all in the same reference frame. The Moon is also moving through space. Earth is moving through space. The spacecraft is moving through space, but they're all moving relative to different reference frames. The beauty of the mission is that engineers calculated the relative motion perfectly. They know exactly how to move from Earth's orbit to lunar orbit using relative velocities and orbital mechanics. Understanding why Artemis astronauts don't feel like they're flying at incomprehensible speeds requires understanding relative motion. It's the same reason you don't feel Earth's motion right now. We're in the same reference frame. We're all moving together. You're moving at 67,000 miles per hour. You're moving at 490,000 miles per hour. You're moving at 1,000,000 miles per hour, and you're standing perfectly still. All of these are true. All of these are false. It depends on your reference frame. This is the beauty and the mystery of motion. This is why the universe is far stranger and far more wonderful than our everyday experience suggests. The next time you feel still, remember you're hurtling through space at incomprehensible speeds. And so is everything around you. That's why you feel calm. That's why the water stays in the pool. That's why astronauts can conduct experiments 250 miles above Earth while moving at 17,500 miles per hour. Motion is relative, and understanding that changes everything. If you like space exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a single D3 episode. Keep looking up.